Jambo, everyone, and welcome to the 8th Annual Africa Hotel Investment Forum here in Nairobi, Kenya. For those of you who were with us yesterday at the culinary tour around the city, first of all, I hope you've been able to digest the amount of food we ate. But second of all, I thought it was a great opportunity for us to see a number of the new food concepts coming into Africa and making these cities into hospitality destinations. It was a fantastic start. Thank you for all of those involved in that. And it's an absolute pleasure to be back here in Kenya. It feels just like yesterday, in fact, that we were last here, but in fact it was 2012 and 2013 indeed, where we were talking about breaking new ground and surging forward as our taglines. And it was underlying the excitement and the aspirations of getting into the sub-Saharan market. For it was here in Kenya that it was the first time that we moved this event into the sub-Saharan market. And it was down to the vision and the support, both then and now, of our coast partners, the Tourism Finance Corporation, that enabled us to do this. And I have to thank, if Marianne Jordan is in the room today, but also Jonah Arumwai, the current managing director of the TFC, for both their faith, their vision, and their continued support. They are such a special part of the fabric of AHIF now and then. And it also feels like we're coming home a little bit here today. So thank you, and thank you to everybody here in Kenya making us feel so welcome. The TFC also have, I want to let you know, a project portfolio with them here today. They spent a lot of time putting it together. Go and grab a copy from their stand and see what projects you can help out with. But it's not just the TFC that are our supporters today. We also have support from the Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife, led by His Honourable Excellency Minister Balala. And AHIF, unbeknownst probably to you really, that this is one event that is going on throughout this period that they're trying to use under a banner of a festival of tourism to both raise the awareness of investment into Africa and hospitality development in and across Kenya and wider into Africa. So thank you for your support, and as part of that process we will be tomorrow going to the KICC to be part of an opening address given by the President himself. I'd also like to thank everybody in the Bench Events team. Here they all are in their glory. But you'll probably bump into us around the day. You've probably heard from a lot of us already. But I want to draw attention to two special people in this mix. First one is Sasha, who sat over there at the moment. She has put blood, sweat and tears into this 3-day agenda for you. It is absolutely fantastic. Congratulations, Sasha. And with Marla, no doubt every single person here has heard from Marla in the run-up to this. She makes this experience run smoothly for you, and well done to both of those. But I'd also like to mention today that there's a special reason today, in that we have Jonathan and Sasha's birthday. I would sing happy birthday. We've got the Jambo thing out of the way. But so if you fancy buying them a slice of cake or a glass of wine later, I'm sure they wouldn't mind. So happy birthday to those two. And thank you, obviously, goes to our sponsors, who, without their kind support and generous commitment to AHIF over the years, this event wouldn't happen. So thank you to every single one of them. We are incentivizing you to go and see them. We have, you probably picked it up, the registration desk, an exhibition trail. So go around all the exhibits, collect a sticker from each of them, and you are in the running to win a pair of Bose noise-cancelling headphones. Now, after 3 days of networking, I can tell you your ears will need these, so work on it. So who's in the room? Well, on our books, we've got 620 delegates, which is, I'm pleased to say, a record year for AHIF. 65% of our attendees are from the African markets. No surprises with Kenya being top there, but big delegations also from South Africa and from Nigeria. 21 African countries are represented here today, so we still retain a wonderful element of being Pan-African. 15% European markets are here, dominated by France, the UK, and Switzerland. And outside there, we have the Middle East, 15% dominated by the UAE, as you'd imagine. But what's really interesting this year is the breakdown of the attendees. 22% of our audience is either financier, hotel developer, or a builder, or investor owner. So 1 in 5 of every single person in this room is in that top category. So get networking, it really bodes well for some good business happening. It's also a first for us to launch significant awards for this year, the Creating Impact Awards. Awards that we felt and would identify key individuals that are pushing the boundaries of hospitality development in Africa. And I'm so delighted that we shall be awarding Mossadegh Bali, the CEO of Azalai Hotels, the AHIF Leadership Award, and Trevor Ward, the MD of W Hospitality, the Outstanding Contribution to Africa Award, and no least probably deserves it for the fact that he sat Jonathan and I down 10 years ago in a pub in Guildford and said, you should do a conference in Africa. So thank you to both of those. And I'll draw your attention to the timing of that. That's Thursday lunchtime. And Thursday is a really, really good day on your agenda. It has a finance panel. It has an investors panel. It has one of the best groups of individuals in the conservation game giving a talk on conservation and tourism, and then followed by Trevor and Mossadegh's awards and their history and understanding more about their journey. So hang around, be supportive of your fellow individuals. Today, we start with an economic overview from Daniel Silk, who will come on stage initially. Then we'll look at the wider real estate market with Tom Mundy from JLL, before going into some hotel performance stats with the STR group. Unfortunately, there is a change on our agenda. We got news this morning that Sebastian Bazin was actually not able to land here this morning. He sends his apologies and is gutted that he's not here with us today. However, what we're going to do is speak with Olivier Granet about the fund and to understand the direction of their investment potential in Africa. Keep the conversation going, #AHIF. We love to hear your thoughts. We want to make some noise out there. So please do keep the conversation going through our channels, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. And for those of you, at bench events, we love a bit of fun. It's in our makeup. So for those of you who don't know, if you've got a natty pair of socks like these ones, then we want to see them. So #conference socks, #AHIF if you spot any good socks on any of our speakers. I'd like to now introduce our host and our sponsor, Mr. Jonah Omwai from the TFC. Thank you so much.
Welcome to Kenya, and it's nice seeing all of you here. We've worked very hard with bench events. I think it's over a year to be able to bring this to Kenya. And I'd like to give my apologies for the minister who's hosting another function, the African Union ministers, but we'll be with him tomorrow. The whole day we'll be with the minister tomorrow, and we'll also be one of the guests in one of the hot sessions that we're going to have tomorrow. And I just want to tell people, why is it that we needed to host this event this year in Kenya? Kenya has been able, in the last 2-3 years, be able to build a lot of international confidence in investment. And one sector that we've actually seen that has really gained a lot of that, and a town and a city that has gained a lot of that, is Nairobi. And that could be witnessed yesterday by the product and those people who went during the grief the Restaurant Investment Forum, where they were able to see what new products are coming up, the creativity that is coming to Kenya, and the innovativeness that people are bringing such investments in Kenya. And we have a lot of confidence that the country is ready for investment. We are willing to support every single person in this room as an institution within Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife to be able to bring this investment in Kenya. And we have a lot of investment opportunities. Please visit our stand as government. And this includes, as when you look back there, you can see we are talking about creativity and conservation. So in the national parks of Kenya, there's quite a lot of investment that is available to invest in. At the same time, we have about 47 counties in this country which are now opening up for business, which will have a lot of incentives to go with that. So we actually urge you that many of these counties will also be here. We'll have a few governors who will also be visiting here. And we'll also have an opportunity for you to meet them, and especially tomorrow, where they will be able to come and join us and be able to have a very good open discussion on why should we invest in different counties, why should we invest in those areas that are there. And most of all, I think I would like to say many of the big sponsors that you've seen there have already have offices in Kenya. And we've been able to work with a lot of European countries. As a tourism sector, we benefit a lot from Europe, we benefit a lot from Asia, and every single country in the world. And that confidence we want to relate also in terms of investment. And just to say, Karibuni Kenya. And I hope for the next 3 days you'll get an opportunity to visit different places in Nairobi, being the only city with a national park in the middle of it. And I hope as you're landing, you saw the national park on your planes. It's still available. You can have free time. You can be able to go there. We have very nice clubs in Nairobi. Those who want to go and have a drink and dance away after having a hectic day, you can be able to go and see that. And we also have very many places where you can go and understand about the culture of people in Nairobi and be able to understand how do people stay, what are the different cultures that we need to understand, how can this culture bring about innovation in what you want to build in Kenya. And if you want any assistance, my team is here. You've seen we have a stand there. Anything that you need, please come visit us, come see Matthew. I think Matthew has been a member of TFC now for quite a long time. And bench events have been working with us for a lot, so kindly see us. And if you have any emergency or anything that you need assistance from, please kindly see us. And above all, Karibu Kenya, welcome, and let's try and invest more in Kenya. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jonah.